What's going on, guys? Tonight I got a comparison video of the yellow or peach. I'm not sure which one it's considered. That is the Wartryx. That is a color variant. And this is definitely an off pheno, but this is the MA Wartryx. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see the original pheno on there. So I'll be posting the pictures. I had done the video of the comparison to find out that all of the whole video was ruined. All the audio was ruined because my mic was disconnecting. It was connecting and then disconnecting, and it just messed up the whole audio of the whole video. And that was a more true pheno along the lines of this. This is closer to the true pheno. But we're going to give them a try. Just a super citrusy pepper smell. Just very, very peppery smelling. But a very strong citrusy background to it. Again, this is the MA Wartryx. The yellow or peach variant. I'm not sure whether it's considered the yellow or the peach. It looks kind of like both, but let's give it a try. All right, so that was very, very juicy. It's just a super strong, citrusy, fruity flavor to it. It's basically all I got was just a very strong citrusy fruitiness to it. At the very end, right before I swallowed, some bitterness came in. You can still taste the fruitiness. The citrusiness has gotten very faint. And the bitterness definitely came in really strong and then went away pretty quickly. So that's good. It's about the only flavor I don't really enjoy in the flavor profile of a pepper is bitter. When it gets really bitter. I can stand the floral that people don't like. I can stand the earthiness. I like them flavors, especially combined with other pepper, especially when combined with other like more positive flavors, I guess you could say. Like fruity and citrusy and sometimes even grassy. It's just a very pleasant pepper. Low in heat, but still very aggressive for how low the heat is. This is just barely moving my needle. Say 2, maybe 3 on that. But it's definitely aggressive for how low it is. It's attacking like a really hot pepper. Like really, really hot pepper. But it just doesn't have the oomph behind it. Very strong pepper flavor in my mouth right now. All the other flavors are pretty much gone. Maybe a little bit of fruitiness left. But now it's just that really peppery flavor. Almost now, I'm not comparing the flavor to this pepper, but the peppery flavor that I'm getting reminds me a lot of like a habanero. But the flavor profile was completely different. So that one pretty much started off with the heat. Kind of seems like it's going to end with. It hasn't really risen. It just came in with like a really strong punch. Didn't really grow from there. Very pleasant pepper. So there's that one. Now we'll do the red. See how much different they taste. Like I said, this is a very weird pheno. So that one smells fruity and floral. A lot going on in that one. Let's see if I can see here. That's the interior. A lot going on. Thick for a thin-walled pepper, I guess you could say. Very fruity floral smell. So let's give it a try. Okay, so again, the initial bite, very juicy. Just an explosion of juiciness in the mouth. Very fruity. I feel like I did pick up a little bit of citrusiness. Mainly just fruity. And then a good floral background. I was just curious to see if this had a difference in heat. I didn't feel any change in heat, so I'd say it's probably about the same. I'd prefer the yellow or peach one just slightly because of the stronger citrusy notes. And this one was definitely a lot more pungent, where the other one was almost a little more watered down. About the same heat. Still just a very strong fruity flavor in my mouth. A little tiny bit of floral. It's starting to run a little bit. It's been so stuffy recently that this is actually really helping clear my sinuses out. Yeah, no, it took a little bit. This one didn't feel like it was doing much at all, but it did jump up in heat just a little bit. So I'd say the red one is slightly hotter. Not by too much. Flavors were very similar. Both fantastic pods. Red one was definitely really good. Burn is all around the mouth. Tongue, roof of my mouth, cheeks, the inside of my cheeks. A slight tickle in the throat. Not a very intense burn on this one. At least not more intense than the other one. It's a little bit hotter, but it's definitely not more intense. Still taste a little bit of fruitiness and a little bit of floral. Heat's just barely hanging on. All the flavor's gone. Kind of dropped off. Heat's lingering, but very low. Both delicious pods. If I were to pick one, I'd say probably the yellow peach. Just because I enjoyed the flavor just a little bit more. Not by much. It was a very, very close one. But those were the MA Wartryx, 2 different color variants. I believe there's more than that. I've been wanting to try the Wartryx, so finally got to try it. All right, guys, Burn Daily.